have connections to help them get health insurance, all of those things to, just make sure that they're squared away. So business owners is definitely one of the target markets that we work with and we work well with because they understand the importance of allowing the money from their businesses to really set them up for the future
Hold on,
later.
hold on one second, babe. Do me one favor. Can you just re-mention what you just mentioned? Because I wanna have this locked in so I could look at this later and just meditate on different ways to help all of the businesses. Um,
Yeah. So
all
the
right.
beginning part, I think, before you started recording was just saying like people who are intentional about their financial health and really, just wanting to put things in place, build generational wealth for their families, and really just be educated and move forward, with the things. But like I mentioned, business owners have a big need for the things that we do to help be able to position them for the future. In addition to that, working with a lot of people don't realize, but even like churches and pastors and things like that, helping to set up and put things in place for that. That's also a big need as well. And then, with my company, it's called Kingdom Wealth Strategists because God is just showing me the importance of building kingdom wealth. It's not just about, generational wealth, but it's like faith-based financial planning and really just, bringing our people to where they need to be. But when we talk about wealth, we're not just talking about financial, we're talking about spiritual, we're talking about emotional, we're talking about mental, we're talking about the physical, right? All of that equates to kingdom wealth. And so just really just getting the word out there, educating on those things and, just being brought into spaces where my team and I could really just educate people and then sit down one on one with the people who are serious about moving forward and putting things in place. And so that's the main aspect of what I do from the financial services perspective. In addition to that, just with the Young Women's Empowerment Academy, like we're really doing a great work in the lives of these young women. And I wish I had a me when I was younger in a Young Women's Empowerment Academy to really provide an opportunity for these young ladies to be able to take them out of town and experience HBCUs and college tours and go to these different states and to travel, but even more importantly to just have a village and a community and a safe space where they can go to because we deal with so much. And obviously it's not just the young ladies, but that's my ministry of where I'm called to. Obviously that same thing is needed for the young men as well. But just having people who are interested in locking arms with us, who are interested in donating, and sowing a seed, whether it's monetary or if it's their time or their talent, to the organization to really just help us really maximize our efforts of what we're doing. Because it is a lot of things that we've already done with the girls over the last 7 years, but there's so much more that we want to do. But funding really restricts us in a lot of areas. So I'm just believing that God, for this year and beyond, that we'll have, abundance of what we need to really move forward. So those are the two things that I'm kind of focusing on and where my focus and my time and attention is going for 2025.
That's dope. So, just a question, and Sister Ebony, I'm gonna need you to repeat what you said too, just because so we can have it right. So this is just a thought that came to my mind, right? And taking your business to the next level, educating the community. This is for the financial literacy, the life insurance, but not just life insurance. The way that wealthy people invest their money in the insurance policies, because a lot of people only know about the death benefits and stuff like that. And I was telling you before that with the marketing groups that we have, it's really just a lack of knowledge, right? We really have to just get the people to a platform. So something like this where we can get just say leaders, and those leaders can bring 10 or 15 people to a Zoom call. Even if we got 5 people that bring like 10 people, that's a 50 people on that call. Just to educate them first, right? Because uneducated people are never gonna make educated decisions. I think that if we do that, maybe on a monthly basis, and that could be for all of y'all businesses too. when we come on there. You know, a lot of people don't know about credit repair. A lot of people don't know about different things. And I think that once they start learning about it and learn the benefits of it, then it actually changes the game. So what I think that we would have to have is like a professional video, like the one video that you sent me before. I think that is a very good video. It's not long, but it educates people, but it also touches on their emotions and it flashes a truth in front of them that a lot of people never pay attention to. So I think that maybe we need to just sit down and just come up with a plan on how the group of people can put together a group of people, and we'll have these calls, and then y'all can come on and y'all can start educating people with financial literacy, with whatever you choose to do in that. I know y'all do a lot of stuff, you and your team. So, and then even for maybe other programs where people can send people, and that can always be something that we talk about later. Different kind of programs, as long as we make sure everything is correct as it's supposed to be, then you can get referrals coming from numerous places where you don't have to call 1,000 people, where you got people actually working without having to actually, hire people. Because I'm certain that everybody knows somebody that need insurance or that needs to roll over some money or that needs to learn how to invest their money and stuff like that. So I think that that would be good, and we need to come up with a plan. And that's why we get the leaders that's amongst the group that we pull together, and the leaders can actually write out. This is a message too for all of y'all. I think the leaders should write out um, all of the individuals that they have inside of their network that they feel is willing to learn, is willing to grow with a group of people that have a business and willing to allow other people to help them take their business to the next level, but also willing to help the other people take their business to the next level. And I just trust in this season that God is going to make sure that we have everything that we need, because I have, and my wife will tell you this, like I have very successful people in my circle. But a lot of times it's no different than individuals going on a Shark Tank. If you don't got your stuff in place, and you're not telling the investors or being able to paint a picture of exactly what it is and why they should invest in it or even move people through emotional stuff, whatever, however that is, then a lot of people are not going to invest in it, right? So we have to come up with a strategy, just like what I'm about to go do now. So, that was just something I wanted to share. So maybe we can work on that um, later.
I had an
Anyone else?
idea.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say too. One, you're working with for your young women's empowerment group. I feel like you should reach out and get some corporate sponsors so you could get fundraising done. Like there's so many athletes, so many teams that have money ever since the whole George Floyd thing to give to initiatives like that, especially when you're talking about college tours and things of that nature. So trying to get some corporate grants and scholarships, fundraising, but on a corporate level, not just like us, like, hey, we're selling cookies or XYZ, like to get that real big bread, like those 5 and those 6 and 7 figures. That's what I heard in my spirit. And then as far as the financial education on what you do with all the different types of investments and life insurance, I would say your phone is your biggest friend. And like I'm with you, Keyontay. You need some good videos of you just sitting and educating people, excuse me, where you're given just enough information to capture them and get them emotional and want to know more. And then if they're serious, you get start a business page, and then you can put a like a link tree. And then on the link tree, there's a jot form that they could fill out, and then that'll show you, you know what I mean, how serious they are. Here, make an appointment, blah blah blah, and 15 minutes, nothing super long. And from there, from that 15 minutes presentation, you can see if they're ready to go to the next level or not. But I believe that social media is like your biggest friend, because there was this guy that he kept popping up on my timeline, and he kept talking about life insurance, and he's like showing you, he makes all these videos and he talks positive. I forgot his name, but he sold life insurance, and that's how he would get most of his clients, was him talking about things that happen in the Black community, or people fundraising for, having a car wash for what you call, and how he didn't want to, you don't want to do that. But the way he did it, he tugged on people's emotions. He even had me wanting to know more, but I just wasn't reaching out to him. But he has millions of followers on social media just because he's giving out information. on life insurance. And then he asked people to join his team, and he's been doing it for mad years, and he's still, you know what I mean, has traction. And that's just because he markets himself on social media. That might be something that I feel like is important. We don't like social media and it's but in this day and age, everybody wants to see your social media handle, and they can just tap in. People are lazy, they have a short attention span. So if you have a good 30 to 45-second video on your social media showing the different types of things that people need, the short-term disability, the long-term, disability. I remember you told me something one time, is like, you have to get it before you need it. That's a catchphrase right there that would hook somebody. What is it that I need to get before I need it? And then you go in and just make some catchy videos, and they'll go viral, and then people start following you, and that's how you get a lot of that's how you like grow your business to the next level.
Thanks,
That's
Suki.
dope. That's dope. But the funny thing is, when we all come together and we create this network, and you're right, everybody's in social media all the time, right? People are in their phone, they're stuck in their phone on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, right? So when we overflood social media, our group will make all of our videos go viral. We won't even need nobody else to make our videos go viral. And whatever we're doing, everybody will have to hear us because we'll do reels, right? Just figure this, even with just us on this line. Say if we created 4 accounts and we did the same reel, like we do a reel on life insurance or credit repair or whatever that is, and we do it, and man, listen, y'all need to get this right now. Y'all got access to a lot of things once y'all get credit. We're not gonna put no fraudulent information out there. It's real. You can. When you get your credit, you can have access to a lot of things. And we put that on there and tell people you're going the other way, the wrong way. And then we just keep sharing them reels. Now everybody is
And
looking
it's
at
tax
that.
season.
Everybody's reaching out. Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say though. So it's strategy, and I'm saying this though. So Natalie, if you bring your group and everybody on here bring that group together, all of our videos go viral. All of our videos go viral. But we just have to be strategic to say, okay, well, this is what's gonna bring the most. You know what I mean? This is what's gonna bring the most to the table for me right now to take my business to the next level. We have to know whatever that is. You know what I mean? You have not because you asked not. So would anyone else like to share? Was there any insight or would anybody else like to share what they do and what they feel that we can do to help them take their business to the next level?
This is Tamia. How you doing, everybody? So I do a small business consulting, and I help businesses kind of start from a startup and kind of either they're revamping or they're just literally starting from bare bones. So helping getting their entity together, their website, their logos, getting their business plan and getting their like federal funding or federal like operating agreements, things like that. I'm like a back end person. I kind of stuck myself in a place where I never embrace like the social media and creating a social media image or being open to just everything I do, exposing everything I do. But I'm always out there in community groups and stuff, offering my services and things like that. Especially like the young woman said, it's tax time, getting the word out. So for everybody's business, the intention is for us to get exposure. It's for us to get more clients. More clients builds our business, build more revenue, and then having the financial literacy so that we know how to manage the money that's coming through and multiply that money. So when I'm thinking, just hearing Keyontay and what he's trying to create and hearing what everybody got to offer so far, and just thinking about us as a collective, if anybody got a business, it's pretty much structured similarly the same. We all need the motivation to be better business people, to bring more clients in. We need something that gets us more exposure, and we got to multiply having good habits so that we multiply our money. So my point is, I'm hearing everything. If we was to have like a mastermind night where everybody bring a question to the floor that would benefit their business or benefit their personal growth or personal development, something that would benefit you for that week or so. Um, Everybody get 3 minutes, a minute and a half, or something like that. Put it on the table. Or if we was to have a text opportunity throughout the week where we was to put our things in there, we kind of have people letting their minds go a little bit. So when we on that mastermind group, people can throw out some options for people to take with them, because your advice is the advice that the young woman, I think her name is Brittany, just gave. No, her name is Miss Burt, Miss Natalie. Um, the advice she gave, that's bomb knowledge for any business that you're running. You know, it's a very great opportunity to be exposed into that social media world. Because, like I said, I'm trying to tibble tobble into it, but I'm building it. You know, I'm learning what's that image, what's that brand that I want to expose to the community, because I'm more of a back end direct, hands-on direct marketing type of person. So any skills that anybody could give is great in a mastermind. And then if something else that came to me was like a mixer. So if we was to do like a financial literacy night where we was the spot, you know, that night one business is going to be presenting, we're going to, you know, have the Q&As, you know, and our point is to bring people on that night to support that business. So that gives us the ability to build this network, where we're bringing people to good information. Um, a momentum mixer. That could be a night where other business owners, maybe we got tools for businesses. Other business owners can invite business owners, and we can have just a straight powwow night with certain key points, a moderator, a host, somebody keeping the clock so that we respecting everybody's time. But we're using it wisely and we're using it effectively, where those tools can be used in any business we're building, and we're exposing what it is that we do. So it's built in a network, and it's built in it for the nights that we're gonna sponsor certain, you know, certain specifics where we able to, if we talking about, you know, Lisa gets the chance to expose a little bit of what she does, and then she puts her question out there, then, you know, we let them know, like, listen, you know, we're gonna be sponsoring Lisa's business this week. I hope everybody can bring a friend, and we doing momentum mixer for this night. You know, we might have a great intro, some music, you know, and then kind of get people in there, kind of like it used to be with COVID, because we all coming from different markets. But that's kind of just what came to me thus far since we've been talking.
I like that.
Thank you for sharing that.
Me
Thank you.
too.
And also me and Tamia is in a marketing group. So that would be another, you know, we'll also have other things that we're gonna be able to add on. And I truly believe like it's nothing really like this. I'm just telling y'all, as far as the easy, it's something that all of y'all can master with your eyes closed, I believe. You know what I'm saying? And if we strategically plan this, we all can make easy millions doing this. I'm telling you, easy millions with just learning the structure. So that's something else. But so is there anyone else that would like to share what they do and how they feel that everyone can help them take their business to the next level?
So I'll go. My name is Natalie Burke, and I'm in mental health and wellness too. So I have my master's degree in social work, and I'm working on my doctorate in behavioral health management. So my goal is to open up a facility, a mental health and wellness facility. And so right now I have two businesses. One is, but they're in the startup phase. So I've been have them on paper since 2019. I do small stuff like with the kids. So one is Well Athletic Development, the other one is Well Lifestyle. And so Well stands for Wellness, Education, Life, and Liberty. And Well Athletic Development, what we do is help develop young athletes from sixth grade up until post till collegiate level, and we just get them together on whole mind, body, and spirit. And so the for the younger crowd, you know, I don't know if a lot of people know, but like we just provide services for, like, if you need, when a child is getting ready to go to college, you have to sign up in the NCAA portal, and that costs money. You know, when kids need game day clothing, they have to dress up every Friday. That costs money. They're just so many. Basically, what we're doing is bridging the gap for the barriers that um young athletes, especially in the minority community, that would stop them from being able to maximize their potential playing sports or going to get a scholarship. They might not go to the NFL, most of them don't, or the NBA, but they could use college to be able to go to school. And then also, well, athletics also shows them, and when they come, when we work with them, to show them that there are other options. Like, you think you might want to play that football and get knocked up or hit somebody, but you could make 300,000, which essentially probably what you gonna make sitting on the bench or in your first year if you're not an All-American, doing tech, or STEM or engineering. There's just coding. There's so many different things that they could do. So just enlightening to them to that. And then so that's one. Well, and the Well Lifestyle is my program where I'm right now currently I'm building out the program, and I want to pitch it to the NFL to make it a mandatory mental health program for the athletes in the NFL. And I just want to start with the NFL first, because most NFL players, they have the highest track record of arrests and people in the NFL with felony records for like domestic violence, physical abuse, assault, gun charges, and things of that nature. And so I have a mental health program that I put together, and I just need help pitching it. I need help, like, getting like a good elevator pitch. I need help with my website. There's just a lot of things I need. So like I said, it's in the startup phase. I have the business plan. I have all of that already. I just need to make it operational, if that makes any sense. So that's what I have going on.
Thank you for sharing that, sister.
Yes, thank you for sharing. It makes total sense.
So I think we should also create a group within a group, maybe on Telegram, and then everybody can just go into it. Um, and then everybody will have everybody's information, or y'all can share it if y'all would like. But still, like, when we send certain things out, is there anyone else that would like to share what they feel, what their business is, and what they feel that everybody can do to help them take their business to the next level?
Greetings, everybody. This is Empress Aquila. How are you?
Good,
How are
That's
you?
sis.
blessed.
Hello. Right. Well, I have not a non-for-profit, but I also have a tribe, and I have started assisting people with looking up their genealogies and finding out who their families were in order to establish them either back into their own tribes, or they can join ours. But also, I work on the private side of things, which deals with the creditor, or being the lender in the world. Some people have known it to be called secured party. Some people say SPC. Some people says the creditor. I would like to be able to teach people about this process of how to come out of being the debtor and becoming the creditor, only due to the fact that in this life, if you're in debt, you're in a sin. It's like you're in a sin still. So, and the Creator wants us to pay our debts, pay what's due upon us. And sometimes we think that we're paying things, but we're really not paying things down. We're just floating around the notes to each other, and everybody's touching the debt and no one's taking care of the credit. So if anybody's interested in that process, they want to learn, of course, you can contact Keyontay or you can contact me. And I'll drop my information in the chat again. I'm looking for people who know how to write grants, because we do a lot of humanitarian work. Our humanitarian work may be with people who have been wrongfully incarcerated, similar to our brother Keyontay. But I'm doing it on a different level, tribal and diplomatic level. And also do a feed the people. So we go out in the community and we look for the needs of the indigenous people to see what their issues are and what they need from basically the government. And we try to create that within our organization where we can provide those services. So we had one service that we used to provide where we would go and we would clean houses of women who had children who were being overwhelmed. and they have a hard time keeping the house clean. And a lot of times, what happens is they get out of order because they're not having enough assistance, or either they don't know properly how to maintain a home, the children, and the rest of life. And those are life skills that they have to gain. But as mentors and coming in and assisting with helping clean and showing them how to clean and how to organize, making their environment feel comfortable. We do it as a team. We do a lottery and pick families who draw who put in an enter. And we have companies, they'll supply us with cleaning supplies, or if they need stuff repair, we'll get somebody to come and repair. They donate their time and service of repair, and we'll take a W-9 from them, and then they'll get the tax write-off or the credit. So those are the things that I'm working on, along with learning other new processes in the private banking side. So if there's anybody in the financial part who understands that part, who could assist me on the private side, that would be great. Thank you again.
I'm
That
gonna
is
say this.
all. It's beautiful that you
Yeah,
do that.
the stuff that emperors teach, everybody need to learn. I'm just telling you, like, besides God and health and stuff like that, I don't think it's anything more important than actually learning that. Because even if you made $1 billion, you don't own nothing. They can take it from you at any time. They can take your kids. They can do all kind of stuff. So this is stuff this is knowledge that I truly believe. And I studied it for like 7 years before I even came home. So I don't just talk about stuff just to talk about it. She's anointed to teach what she teaches. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you I attended the classes. I'm telling you that I already paid her for all my work, you know what I mean, to be done. I'm telling you that I just had to be patient because I got other things that I've been fighting for and everything is about to happen right now. But I'm telling you that you guys need to learn that stuff. Like, yeah, I need to learn that. Where I'm telling you, and y'all thank me later. But you need to learn that stuff right there. And the Empress, so but what I do feel is everybody on here is different. Um, this is definitely the family, everybody that's on here right now. But I don't personally think that everybody should have that information. Because it's a lot of people that would do the wrong things with that kind of knowledge. Um, because in a way it makes sometimes and in some ways it makes people invincible in a way. Not invincible to God, but really though. And some people
Yeah.
would do the wrong things with it. You know what I mean? So I don't think that we should invite everybody to come on board with that. But this group of people, every single one of y'all is basically family on here.
Can
And
you?
that's
I'm
something that
sorry,
we need
brother
to learn.
Keontae. I just got on the line. Can you tell me what you're talking about?
Well, Sister Empress, everyone's on here introducing themselves and the businesses that they have and how we can help them take the business to the next level. Right? Because I believe that a lot of us got a lot of pieces to the puzzle, but we don't have all of the pieces, and that's why a lot of times certain businesses you feel stagnated in your business. It's like, wow, I got a great service, I got a great product or whatever, but I can't take it to the next level. Why is that? And because a lot of times we don't understand the power of unity, of everybody working together, assisting each other, of having a vision and having everybody be a part of helping your vision, and then the other person having a vision and you being a part of helping their vision, and then we create a community where we can all help each other, and that's it. And then we can gather these kids and gather the men and stuff like that. And the reason why I asked women to come on this call, because I feel like the women in this season will have to be like the Harriet Tubmans. Honestly, I mean, I do know some strong men, but I mean, she had to go above and beyond and even do things that the men wasn't going to do just to get her people to freedom. And I just believe that the women empowerment movements that's happening right now, that if we all come together and we work together, the women can get all of the men in a place where the men can actually educate the men. You know what I mean? Because a man is a mindset, right? They have to be around men to do that, and then we can come together. But in reference to what you said, Sister Lisa, because I know I kind of veered off a little bit. Sister Empress, she teaches. She came on the prayer line before, and she spoke about some of the things that she teaches about. And you can always look at the video, look back at the video. But we was just saying that I was saying that besides learning about God and health and stuff like that. Because I mean, if you ain't healthy, you can't do nothing, right? Then the stuff that she teaches, it supersedes all other stuff because the amount of value that's inside of it, the value that's inside of it is something that's, that
I
none of
think.
these other things really compare to. So I
And let,
yield. Oh, go ahead.
and let me say something too. This is definitely godly because it's in all the books. Your creator has already endowed you with the dominion, so you have to learn how to administer your own affairs. We have put our trust in other people who have been breaking our trust, who breach our trust, and they've been getting away with multiple crimes. And because we don't know the law properly, we don't know civics, we don't know economics sometimes, our people are lacking because of that. And they teach that in other schools, private schools, the more better suburban schools. But when it comes down to our children, that is the prison pipeline. I'm dealing with a case with a woman who I end up doing some investigation, and the judge used to be on the city council, and the bond was bought or taken over by the education department. And I see for their town how they're funding everything. And so, of course, they want to have police officers in the schools scaring the children, but really they're not scared. They're on a different mission. They're ready to learn. We've lied to them a long time because we was lied to. And so when we start learning that, okay, we have been told stories, we need to know what the true story is, and we have to search for that. And a lot of times we are so used to going and slaving for someone else that we can't even get ourselves out the hole. And we don't realize that they're already drawing prepaid credits on us, and they're only giving us what they want to give us as they are a trustee or fiduciary over us, and their job is to maintain everything. This whole country is considered bankrupt, and because it's bankrupt, no one can pay for anything. Your stuff, your labor has already paid for it. They've already pledged it. And so the United States is working on our behalf, but they didn't teach us how to come to them and return the instruments that they have given to us so that we can do our recoupment, because we're supposed to have this life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and no one's supposed to infringe upon that, but it happens because we have bad trustees who are only maintaining and doing it for themselves and becoming the beneficiaries instead of us being the heirs and receiving our inheritance. I yield.
Yeah.
Praise God for that.
Yeah, we're gonna have a class though. We're gonna have classes. I was talking to her earlier and I told her that we're gonna have like introduction classes. And like I said, I don't just vouch for stuff. I said I studied it for 7 years before I even came home. So I know, and then I've been in the classes and stuff with her and stuff like that. And when I say that, she's anointed to do that. She's anointed to teach, and she's going to show you everything. So every question that you have, not like TikTok videos and all of that stuff right there, like all of them questions, if she can't show you inside of the thing, she's going to be able to find it later. I'm just telling you though, like literally every question in the I seen her answer all of them. I seen her read through and teach the whole class constantly with numerous people asking questions and her answering all of them questions and showing them where to look and where to find it so that they can get a real understanding of what's going on, because people are really like, I'm just saying that when you learn, it's gonna make you just look at these people and say these are some very wicked people. And the way that when it says the devil will trick even the elite, even the smartest people don't know what's going on. I'm just telling you that even the smartest people don't know what's going on. And thank God that we have someone that's anointed to teach that information that's inside of the circle that can actually show you, not just do it for you, but show you, so you can do it for yourself and you can do your own research and stuff like that. So Empress, I just think with that though, I just think it's a different way, um, a different strategy that we'll have to come on with that. And I just believe that the strategy is, as we pull these groups together, then we decide who we want to bring to certain things. Everybody's not going to want to do business with everybody. So we
And
can do that. Our level of
that's
discernment.
that's true. And I'm gonna tell you, there's levels for everyone. What I have beginners, middle, I'm up there with some of the toppest people at the end, and this is not an overnight course. This is not something you could just do overnight. And I'm gonna tell you, if you jump the gun and you go and try to do this stuff right away without putting your stuff in place, you're going to be like, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? And I can tell you why, because I've already experienced it. So I can tell you kind of what to expect. And you can't expect that freedom to freely to worship, to freely to be free is not going to come with a price. Like you said, Harriet Tubman took the risk and she took it over and over again and she saved a lots of people and didn't lose not one. So we are those people, and we have to be willing to unlearn and relearn, because what we were taught is not. They want to give us things in their degrees, and it's still not going to be at the exception that they want you to be unless you swear to them, unless you promise to not say something. And with our creator, there's no secret unless it's with him. So he's given us the knowledge, and he tells us to read. So that is the most important thing, is that all of us who are educated have to find a proper way to teach people at all levels. And this can be broken down to a baby. I'm teaching my children, I'm teaching them how to properly file their taxes, how to get recoupments, how to run their estate. And people say estates are dead. Yeah, the paperwork is dead. They pronounced you dead at birth. And I'm not giving too much information. I'm just allowing you to understand that I'm fully aware of what's going on, and I have challenged these areas, and I have won. So
That's a fact. That's a fact. Thank you for sharing it. Is there anyone else that would like to share? Oh, thank you for everybody else for coming on.
thank you.
Um,
I would like to share. My name is Denise Lickers, and well, my heart is like for the people, for the young people, for young mothers. We work a lot with the children, and I don't know if everyone is aware, but we work with the Young Women Empowerment Academy with Lisa Lickers, who is my daughter, and Keyontay is my son in love. That's my baby too. And we work a lot in the community. And I mean, this is something that we have been doing for the Young Women Empowerment Academy. We've been doing this for about 8 years. A lot of the young people have established businesses. At least about 40 of the girls have established their own businesses, from skincare products, models, um, artists, basically whatever they want to be. We connect them with people within the community. We used to shadow in the emergency room, and I probably have told some of you guys this before, but I mean, so my heart is for the young people, for the young women, because when she established this program, well, for some of you that may not know, Lisa was a teen mom at 14 and 17, and I do recall her. I remember one day she told me, and I know she's on here, and I hope she doesn't mind me sharing, but I remember she telling me, Mom, my life is over. And I was like, no, this is just the beginning of a new life. And I'm telling you, this young woman has soared ever since, even graduating grammar school from the 8th grade with honors as a valedictorian, high school, high honors, college, high honors, graduated. And they didn't want to give her scholarships in the 8th grade because they just knew she wasn't going to college, which was not true. So we work with young women. She always said she turned her pain into purpose. So showing young women that they can have an out. This is what we do. We work with young women in the community. I'm also known as Miss Marla. So I used to have a restaurant here in Harrisburg, well, in Stilton, PA. It's been about 6 years ago now, where we opened for about 4 years. So I work a lot within the community. We also do we cook for the homeless people at times. even when I prepare meals and when I do sell dinners and different things like that, whatever we don't use or whatever we don't sell, which is still fresh, we take it and we donate to part of the homeless community. Now that could be a house with the veterans, or sometimes taking dinners to those that are out in the streets. Um, because people are in need and people are hurting, and it's not that we are not trying to be a god or have a god complex, but just trying to be a helper of people in the community, because we understand that we've been deceived. So we want our young women to have a place and a space, a safe space where they can learn. And I mean, these young women are soaring. We just had like 8 young women that graduated, and are many of them went to college. You know what I mean? Whether it was universities here or outside, we take tours,
Excuse
which
me,
was
miss.
through
Miss,
a
excuse
text
me. Would you
space.
mind grabbing that cart? Thank you.
So whether we'll be going to Texas this year. So we're looking to partner, and that's my whole thing. I'm looking to partner with people that are interested in empowering our young women, that want to see them excel. And I always say, like with my daughter, I love to see her excel. I want to see her things that maybe I never accomplished in my life. I want to push her up to the highest pinnacle, because I know that she's working and she's pulling these young women up, and not just herself. Her husband does plenty to help assist financially or whatever is needed many times. He definitely helps. Like, I don't even think the program would um be like the sacrifices that she makes, you know what I mean? And sometimes it comes at a cost, sometimes with family. A lot of times you in a community, you're sacrificing yourself and a part of your family to make sure that somebody else is successful. And I believe that probably at one point in our lives, all of us have done that. And, in some aspect, I just want to say. So, and
Nani,
that's the
Nani,
love that you have. Can you
let me
hear me?
let me stop you for 1 second. The
Okay.
thing that we doing is that you have to, everybody is telling what kind of business do they have, right? And
Oh,
how can
okay.
we help you take
I'm
your
so
business
sorry.
to the next
Yes.
level? No. It's cool though, because you
Oh,
you
I'm
went you
sorry.
went into that,
Yeah.
and I was gonna touch
Yeah.
on that anyway. So you had the
Yeah.
restaurant, because Lisa told about the young woman and stuff that she's doing. But we
Oh,
talking about
okay.
your business. What are you doing? So Nani
Yeah.
cooks. She cooks
Oh,
very well.
yes.
She still has a majority of her clientele, far as her
Yes.
dinners and stuff, even though she had the restaurant years ago. And I think it was more so the business part of the restaurant, not necessarily the clientele. So
Mm-hmm.
what we can do is, I mean, as we have events and you can cater to events, when you start doing your dinners, or when we get a food truck, or when we get a restaurant. Because I mean, this season is going to be the season where God is going to provide, where we're going to have the resources to for the businesses. But we have
Yeah.
to know what we want. We have to know, what do we want? What do you need for
What?
your business? And I understand, a lot of
Yeah.
us are not selfish. We think about, I live a life of service to God and helping people.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just
Yeah.
telling y'all, this is for all of y'all that's on here, that you got to think about what you're doing, because once you get yourself right, then you can be able to help everybody else, right? And even though you're
Yes.
still doing that, we're still going to do that. We're still going to help the young women.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do the thing with the young men. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
But how, this is something that you need to think about. Even if you don't know it now, it's fine. Think
Mm-hmm.
about what do you need? Like, do you need a professional video,
Got
right?
you.
Do you need people to share reels for
Mm-hmm.
you, right? Think about how the network can
Mm-hmm.
assist you in taking your business. I mean, if it is finances, what is that?
Right.
I mean, I got people inside of the circles that's grant writers. I got people inside of
Right.
the circle that's investors, right? But we still have to know exactly what it is that we want, that'll help us take our business to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay, guys, I apologize. I didn't even see. I missed the first part. I was on with my doctor, so I missed the initial introduction. So I apologize. So, so I am also known as Miss Marla around the city, and probably some of these states and stuff like that, Buffalo as well, which I'm originally from. So my business is, the catering part, but definitely just need assistance, like even finding people like to be apprentice that want to get into this particular field. they want to be cooks or servers or different things like that. Because I want to work on both sides. So I would like to have a nonprofit and I would like to have a for-profit. Okay. And like I said, just basically, to train, like I was just sitting here talking to my sister a few minutes ago, and a lot of young people and a lot of women don't even know how to cook. Like, I want to have cooking classes. I want to teach them how to cook, and then also learn how to cook from like scratch cooking, learning that from scratch. So different things like that. So I'm definitely interested. And thank you guys for sharing that and putting up with me for, all that I was saying. But my life and my life work is to help and to assist. So however I could be, even a connection to somebody, because I do have a lot of people that I'm connected to. I do have a lot of resources. And I do have plans, within our group to start having these meetups. I just went and bought some tablecloths, so when we start having our meetings, we got tablecloths to set up when people set up their wares on tables. We have start having these events and doing vendor events to get people acquainted with what you do and also to introduce others. So that's me. Thank you. And I put my phone number in
Thank you.
there. Thank you. And
Thank you.
catering, weddings, events, different things like that. We still do those.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Is there anyone else that would like to share what business you have and how you feel that the group can help you take your business to the next level? Okay. Well, this meeting lasted a little bit longer than I was really expecting it to last. I want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to think about that, and I want y'all to think about the way that we can structure these groups that we about to have, because we about to create a lot of groups, nonprofit, for profits. I think everybody should have a nonprofit.
Can I say
I think,
something for a moment? I
yeah. Hold on
missed
one
the
second.
beginning of the meeting also.
You good? You good? I think everybody should have a nonprofit. I think everybody should have a for profit. So we're going to have classes on the 501c3s and stuff like that. And maybe we may want to do the 508s. I mean, I know that Empress knows more than I know, far more than what I know in reference to private organizations and all of that stuff. So maybe we can have a class on that to really get more of an understanding of the different ones. And then, yeah, go ahead, Sister Lisa.
Yeah, what I wanted to say was I don't have a business, my own business, but the type of work that I did do, I'm retired right now. I'm a licensed KSAC addiction counselor, and I've helped all populations from pregnant women all the way down, doctors, lawyers, addicts, homeless, blind, whatever you name, I've helped them. And I know that I can fit in and help someone who may have their own business as far as mental health or some type of counseling program, because I've done this for over 25 years and I know what I know. Even though I'm retired now, I'm still helping people from my home. People call and they need referrals and they need information on the next level of care once you leave detox. Where it is should they go? How, what therapeutic community or what methadone maintenance program or whatever transitional housing. I have a lot of resources and a lot of connections as well to people that can assist. All I have to do is reach out. I'm really close buddies with one of the chief operating doctors over at the hospital that I used to work in. So he's a lot of support for whatever it is in reference to helping individuals get their lives reshaped so they can be productive in society. So I'm here. I'm willing to step in anywhere that I can with whatever it is that's needed, as long as I've experienced it and have my credentials are up to par where it's needed. I'm willing to step in. I have my bachelor's degree in human services, so anything under that umbrella, I can do case management all the way down. So I'm here if needed. If anybody need resources, if anybody need referral, because everybody knows somebody that has some type of mental illness or addiction problems. And if they need help, I'm here to help. Hallelujah.
Thank you for sharing that. But see, that's another reason why we need to start these non-for-profit
Mm-hmm.
organizations and stuff like that, because different people that have different qualifications
Mm-hmm.
can actually bring their services to help them organizations go to the next level. So,
Mm-hmm.
like what I'm doing with the Exonerees, with Exoneree Island, the Innocent Project that I'm creating, and all of the other stuff, we're gonna need
Mm-hmm.
all of that. We're gonna need,
Right. And I
because
was
these
also
guys is coming out, they're gonna need all of that.
a
Yeah.
program director, so I know about writing proposals and other little different things that needed to be done that falls under directing programs and things of that nature. So I'm here
So
any way
great.
I can
Can you
fit
put your
in.
number in the chat?
I will.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna open a Telegram link. I think all of y'all in the Telegram link, and the keeping in the family for the major one. But I think that our strategic planning sessions can be a little bit different, and then we could just gather the groups. So, is there anyone else that would like to share who you are, what you do, and how you feel that a group of people can help you take your business to the next level? I think everybody shared, right, except for iPhone 174 joining. iPhone 174. Okay. Do anybody know who that is? Lisa Harris. All right. I don't know who iPhone 174 is, but I know everybody else shared. So listen, this is what I want y'all to do though, just with y'all spare time, right? Think about like a step-by-step thing that everyone can do to help you take your business to the next level. Possibly even write out a business plan of that. The second thing I need y'all to do is this. Think about your network, right? How many people you have in your network that you feel is entrepreneurs that are motivated, that sincere, that want to go to the next level, and that will genuinely want to help other people and allow other people to help them. Um, and I want y'all to write out the group of people that y'all feel that y'all would want to bring to the table to eat with us. All right. And whatever we do, they gonna have people gonna have to come in by invitation. It's not just gonna be like anybody can come in, right? So y'all write that out, and then all of y'all got my number on this line. So I just don't know who iPhone 174 is, but I know that is it. Is there anything else that anyone would like to share before we end this line tonight? Okay. Well, would somebody want to pray us out? I pray us out. Heavenly Father, we just thank you for allowing us to come here to be alive and well today, Father. To come into a new year, Father, with a new vision. I just pray for renewing in this season, Father, that you renew, Father, restore, Father. Help us heal and strengthen us and assist us. Allow us to get closer to you. Allow the spirit of wisdom to rest upon us in this season, Father. We know that it takes a wise person to win souls. So teach us how to gather your people, how to bring them all on one accord, Father, so that we can do whatever it is that you have called us to do. Allow us to be that piece of the puzzle that you have called us to be. Allow us to not judge one another, but to love one another, Father, as we strategically come together, Father, to put these things in place. Allow your light and love to flow as we reach new levels of elevation, Father. But give us the strength to stay humble no matter what season we're in. For you already know what your daughters are in need of. You know what I am in need of, Father. So I just thank you for being everything that we need in every season that we need it. I pray that you continue to strengthen them in whatever they're going through in this season, Father. That you continue to move mightily inside of their lives, their family lives, their husband lives, their children lives, their grandchildren lives, Father. Whoever is attached to them, we pray against every negative energy or entity that may be in us, on us, or around us. As we thank you in advance, Father, giving you all praise, honor, and glory. In the name of your Son, Yeshua HaMashiach, to you, Yahweh, in Jesus the Christ's holy name, we pray. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Peace, love, and blessings.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Y'all have a blessed day.
Hallelujah.
Good night. You guys have a good night.
Good
Have a
night.
good
Have a blessed
evening.
day, everybody. Good
Stay
night,
prayed
everyone.
up, guys.
What's up, fam?